It's a spider.
It's called a spider. Yeah. And then once you get that down, you just move it to the next string. I like to go to 5 string. Right. And make sure you got all 4 fingers working though. Right. And then you just move up the half step to the next step. Right. It should be up.
I can hear the melody.
Yeah. Right. I'm enjoying it.
We ain't got all these bass players and stuff. We got my man.
Getting that exercise down.
We got Emily Rogers in the house. Emily Pope Rogers on the bass.
Taking biophilia.
And we got Miss Gwyneth Hayes still hanging out with us. Looking for a bite to eat.
All right, man. It's nice meeting you, young lady.
You want to get the chicken?
We need all chicken. If I'm running with him, I'm probably going to get the chicken, yeah.
Oh, come on.
Sorry.
We got the bass pimp in the house.
I didn't play well, but whatever.
Hey, you played perfectly, man.
Oh, okay.
Seriously. And who else? Oh, you got him still sitting over in the corner.
A special stand and a
Were you talking about the house for something?
so that it fits on like an ankle.
Were we talking about something?
Yeah, the other one I have.
This one isn't too frank. I don't know. Oh, your phone. Well, yeah, I'm going to do your phone. Yep. Just tell me what they do in the week and then just come out of the house and then I'll put all the apps and stuff on it. Once again, 5.
All right.
It feels like it's bowling.
Oh, you got to go get you some chicken.
Sir, see, hold on 2 bases.
Hold
on a minute. You the guy that Pope went to your wedding?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Went to his wedding, I was best man. Yeah.
And he's also my daughter's godfather.
Oh, well, that's the godfather. You're going to have one, that's him.
He had to
you want to be my godfather?
Well, that is
My
beautiful.
son's almost as big as him, so I think he can be my son's godfather right there.
Very beautiful, my friend.
All right, so now we sitting here with Mr. Les Collie, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And you were responsible for those annual Detroit Bass Fests, right?
Yes.
So the first question I asked was, did you play bass? You said a little bit, right?
Yeah, I'm still in the learning stage. I'm not like this guy here. I'm just in the learning
You can do your thing. Don't be playing with us.
We all in the learning stage, right?
Yep, I'm learning right now.
I've learned so much today myself. Now,
It's been a great day.
yeah, we in the basement hanging out. We got Pope doing the background music with us on Emily Rogers' signature bass from Answer. We got Cheryl in the house with us. Cheryl? I told you I was going to call you.
He wanted to call you Cheryl. He's been waiting to do it. He said, I got it. Sure.
My bad.
Oh, man.
Excuse me. I told you we got Miss Gwyneth Hayes in the house. Another Detroit bass player. We got Mr. Corey. I ain't even going to try it.
Corey Travis.
We got Parker Klein. We also got in the back, and behind him trying to hide, Mike Rich. We also have hanging out with us Emily Rogers, a Detroit bass player, nominated for a Detroit Music Award.
Yeah.
And we got a keyboard player that plays the bass lines with his left hand on the keyboard.
Baby boy Bob.
And I wanted to talk to you about, man, why the Detroit Bass Fests?
Well, the Detroit Bass Fest was actually started because of New York Bass Day. And we noticed that we didn't have anything like that in Detroit, so me and the gentleman, Bob DeGeorge, formerly of Lowdown Sound, put together a clinic, one-night clinic, at Tenney Street Lounge over in Dearborn. And it went over so well, people were like, well, you got to do it again, you got to do it again. And so it took us a few years to get the funding for the last one we did in 2010. But we were able to Well, at the first one, we had Steve Lawson, Matt Garrison. Those who know Matt.
That was at the clinic thing?
That was at the first Detroit Bass
one.
Fest.
Oh, okay.
It was Detroit, first Detroit Bass with Mike Dimmons, Freak Bass, who's a protege of Bootsy Collins, and Jocko 3X, along with who am I missing?
We have Victor Wooten's protege John Richard.
John Richard. And that was the 2004. In 2010, we had Doug Johns, Anthony Wellington. We had
Brandon Rose.
Brandon Pulley.
Yeah, since then,
yeah. And Joe Beasley was our featured player. But we started the Detroit Bass Fest Vanguard Award, given to the bass player who does whatever you can to get the bass out there in the audience and just whatever they do civically in the community. And that went to Ralphie Armstrong, good friend of mine. And
another Detroit bass player.
Another great Detroit bass, great fusion bass player. And we've been trying to do it the last couple of years, but funding's been a problem because we were LLC when we started the Urban Music Network to be a 501c3 so we could get funding to have these master classes and clinics. And that's where we stand today. So.
Okay, so do you anticipate having funding and doing one in 2012?
We anticipate having one November 17th, actually. Nate Watts, who is on our board of, is on our...
I can do that.
Another Detroit bass player.
Another Detroit bass player. Stevie Wonder's bass player is on our advisory board for the Urban Music Network. He'll be the featured player that particular night. Doug Johns said he would come.
A Cleveland bass player, a good friend of mine.
And then Reggie Washington, who's actually from Harlem, New York, that lives in Belgium. We're trying to work it out so we can get him to come over. And we're keep our fingers crossed for one more secret guest. We don't want to give it away yet. But these things have to work out as far as getting sponsorships and stuff. So if anybody's out there that wants to help sponsor to get these artists in, you can reach me at DetroitBassFest@hotmail.com or UrbanMusicDetroit@hotmail.com.
I'm usually just if I'm out.
Okay, and anything else you want to say?
I'll be sitting in front of
If you want more information about what we do with urban music, you can go to www.urbanmusic.org. You can go to www.detroitbassfest.com. My phone number 313-686-3377. I'm a proud member of the DetroitBassPlayers.com, and this is one of the things we're doing educationally to help our young kids. And not just for the young kids, but for all ages. I was like 46 when I finally picked up a bass.
Yeah, that's why I ain't mad at you.
And I'm 51 now. But if we can get instruments in our children's hands, we can get them to music, we can get them away from this other crazy stuff going on out here. But, you got to start somewhere. And so this is one of the reasons we've started Detroit Bass Fest and the Urban Music Network.
Good. Well, I look forward to being a participant if I can, or helping in some way when the next time you have it, man. Because you know me, personally, I just love me some bass guitar, man.
We're going to have Gordon Spencer is on our board of directors for the Urban Music Network. We're going to have a luncheon for folks who want to join the volunteer board for Urban Music Network. It would help get money for the board to get the folks in, and it would help with that day's events. Somebody to do the staging, the lighting, shooting it, and all of that stuff. So if you're interested, go to urbanmusicdetroit@hotmail.com and just let me know that you'd like to come to the event. We'll give you the information when we got everything set up. It's still in the works right now, but it'll probably be like the first or second week of June. So we'll get that information to you.
All right, well, good, man. Thanks a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, another Detroit bass player, Mr. Les Collie. Thank you. Yeah.
Big it.
And his sidekick.
Yes.
I'm interested in seeing what I can do to help. So,
I am actually.
definitely,
Sure.
Yeah.
I would like to have a facility.
Yeah, I got some.
All right, man, get my son over here.
you ready?
Tricks up my
Oh, that's his car right there. I can take a picture of that. That's the other side. What it say? Urban.